Hello tankers and tankettes, time for another guest replay, and this is a bit lower tier this time. It's tier 5, it's the Churchill I, which is actually one of my favourite tier 5 heavies, and it's Erlenberg, and it's the normal map mode. This has been sent in by Negabot, who's a regular stream viewer, and it's going to be kind of a lucky match, sort of outrageous in some ways. Well, outrageous in the luck that Negabot experiences at points. But I say that, but the one of the reasons I like the Churchill I is that it is actually sometimes surprisingly survivable. I mean, I think people look at its armor stats and its gun and they think, nah. But actually, there are situations you have quite often where it does way better than you'd think it would, and it survives way better than you'd think it would. Now we start off with some stupid crap going on with that Stug pushes the T-49 in the water and then drowns himself, so well done Stug, well done, you're a pro. This is a familiar situation to anyone that's ever played this map. Basically, everyone going in a lemming train to the northwest corner and like one poor lone sucker trying to defend the entire south and middle. It's usually not gonna work, unfortunately. I tend to, if I'm encounter this situation myself, I tend to just pull the hell back to the castle and cover that flank from there, because anyone approaching has got to go across that wide open space. But Negabot just about pulls it off. But like I said, he gets outrageously lucky. Now, those two, the Su-85B and the Stuart, actually, he's pinging for them to come back, and they are actually sensible and do come back. And they are actually some of the team that survive the longest compared to the higher tiers. Yeah, we're not in a good place with the team right now. The number of kills on each side. Yeah, but it kind of evens out a bit and then gets a bit worse. But yeah, Negabot is outnumbered at this point. We know from the traces there's a lot of stuff over there. He's already killed a Lee, which was quite nice. He finished off with a blind shot, so that's one less thing. Now there's that T-14. Now this guy is just full on rushing the bridge. And he knows he's got the speed to do it. Possibly he was assuming that Sherman would come up behind him, but the Sherman doesn't, which was a bad move on the part of the Sherman. But Negabot himself is maybe a bit silly here. He doesn't... I know he gets tracked, but he could have started moving round to face that T-14 before that point. Luckily, the T-14 bounced every single shot he had at Negabot's side, and then burned out for the last little bit of HP, so Negabot saved himself a shell there. There's another bounce on the side of his turret, or tank possibly. There's that Sherman about to... There we go. Yeah, so he's down to 52%, but he's, taken out 3 enemies, and if that Sherman had come across with a T-14, they could have taken Negabot easily. That was a really big mistake on the part of that Sherman. It's looking a bit quieter down here, so I think he's considering he's going to try pushing the bridge, maybe get across that flank, but no, don't go that way. Bad things that way. It's a T1 heavy, and that thing has got a rate of fire as good as the Churchill, and he can pen the Churchill's quite significant weak areas with not that much difficulty. And note there's someone trying to shoot Negabot from the side for quite a while as well. But I think it's one of the tier 3s, possibly, or tier 4s, because whoever it is doesn't manage it. So he's just lots of peekaboo shots here, but he's already taken 1 hit from this guy. And the guns are actually not that dissimilar. I think this is a 77mm gun. The T1 has, I believe, a 76mm. They're both pretty fast firing. Now Negabot actually makes another mistake here. He's tracked the T1, but for some reason shoots him, aims at his tracks again. That wasn't a damage dealing shot, so always take another shot. Heals his gunner. Gunner's out again. Killed the T1, but he's in pretty bad shape now. Now, it's not as bad as it would be with another tank, because the Churchill I is one of the few that actually has 2 gunners. Ironically, the T1 that he just defeated, the T1 also has 2 gunners. But it means the effect of losing a gunner is lessened because you've still got 1 healthy gunner. So it's about half the effect of losing your gunner in a tank with a single gunner, which is fortunate because it means you're not quite as hampered as you would be. And the Churchill I definitely relies on its accuracy. So there's that Stuart, he's still buzzing around, he's still alive. The Su-85B's taken up a position at the edge of the castle so he can cover the cap. We've got 2 KV-1s in the north and that AT-2, and the AT-2 is going to be a tricky target because you need to hit the weak spots, especially at this range. And like I said, Negabot is down a gunner, so this is quite chancy. And that AT-2 also has the derp gun as well, so any hit anywhere on his armour is going to finish Negabot off. This AT-2 is just going to need to hit him. It's not going to have to hit a weak spot or anything, as he would with the 6-pounder gun. So he's backing off because it looks like the AT-2's looking his way. 2 KV-1s, oh, there's one of them. Now, for some reason, the surviving friendly KV-1 has gone doolally and driven across the bridge, and it's not like he's even trying to cap. The only thing that's over there is a pair of tier 3s, and this KV-1 spends his time dancing around trying to shoot the T-46, doesn't manage it a single time. I suspect, and I couldn't see from Negabot's vantage point, but I suspect the KV-1 possibly got hit a couple of times by the enemy KV-1s maybe, because he would have to be pretty awful to be taken down from 2/3 health by a T-46. I mean, that would have to be some spectacularly bad playing. But anyway, back to the AT-2. We're trying to hit the weak spots, which is kind of a tricky proposition even when you have the side armour on an AT-2. You have to kind of hit the engine deck. But he's low health. We've gone for an HE shell, which may or may not work, and it does, which is lucky, because HE shells on this gun don't really pack a punch. They're kind of a bit I can't even think of the word. They're a bit wimpy, weedy. So he's backing off. There's 2 KV-1s. Yes, they're damaged, but he's only got 41 health. He cannot take another shot. That KV-1 is... yeah... I really don't know what that KV-1 was doing. If he had not crossed the bridge, this may have gone significantly differently. Now there's that Panzer IIIA. And just pinged a shot. Now he's ignoring the Panzer IIIA, which is risky, because his rear armor's not great. If the 3A had fired a single premium round, that would have been game over. But as it is, bounces, and the KV-1 actually bounces at very close range, and that shot goes in the tracks. So there's that luck again, and hey, that's the second one that's burned from low health. So he's saved another shot. So with 7 kills, 2.6k damage, there's 1 KV-1 left and a T-46. Can he do it? And bear in mind the T-46 has actually killed a KV-1 already. So he's switching to the APCR, he wants to make these shots count. And yeah, I wouldn't normally recommend side scraping, but this works in a pinch. No! 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 God damn it. T-46. Well, all I can say is that T-46 had a good game. He took down 2 tier 5s. That KV-1 was a pancake, clearly, but... oh, that was... oh... I just have no words. Negabot, well, I can't even speak after that. Negabot got really lucky there, but his luck ran out at the end, unfortunately, and... yeah... oh... so close, yet so far. Still, it was entertaining up to that point, and then just tragedy snatched from, you know... oh, it's just... Oh dear. Well, we've all had matches like that. I'm sure we can all empathise. Anyway, as usual, if you enjoy the video, you can hit the like button, or you can leave a comment. You can even subscribe if you really enjoyed it, and of course, as always, stay tuned for more.